Okay, well that was a bit of a surprise. We're nearing, not quite one, but last but one. I'm handing you over to Richard, who's going to tell you about the winners of the MP Photo Prize.
Thank you very much indeed, and good afternoon. I'm delighted to be here today to announce the winners of the MP Photo competition, and they were voted on by the Family Justice Young People's Board. Technical challenges in the afternoon. Oh, here we go. Right. Could you do that, Phil? It's obviously beyond my technical skill set. So the competition was announced at last year's AGM and follows a campaign to raise awareness of the work child contact centres do with MPs so that they can see what's happening in their community and all the great work that you guys are doing. So the winners are, we'll be presenting, there's three, first, second and third, and the first prize voucher to spend on the centre to do what they want with. So without further ado, the runners up are Voice of the Child Centre with Alok Shumar MP, and also Church Street Child Contact Centre with Tan Deesh MP. Second place goes to the South Cheshire Child Contact Centre with Laura Smith MP, and I believe we've got Dave Walker and Carol Barnes to collect their certificate, if they'd like to join me on stage. Thank you. Congratulations. Well done.
Must have been the only ones.
And first prize goes to Yorkshire Children's Contact Centre, Huddersfield, with Barry Sherman MP, and I believe Catherine McKenzie is here. Yes, she is, to come and collect first prize. Congratulations. Congratulations, very well done. Overwhelmingly voted for. So thank you very much indeed, ladies and gentlemen. And particularly, I'd like to say thank you to all those centres who are, have met with MPs and are raising the profile and awareness. It really helps the work we're doing within Parliament, although, as you probably know, it's been challenging times recently. But it helps us raise awareness of the great work that's done in the community and gives us a bit more leverage over our asks to the Ministry of Justice and also more widely for the political community. So thank you very much indeed.
Okay, before we well done, Richard. Before we finish, I've asked Hazel, who's the chair of the trustees of NACC, and myself are going to be up here to take any feedback, any questions that you might actually have before we close the conference. So, somebody's going around with mics, so if anybody's got any questions. Yeah, I bet everybody wants to go home.
You sent information around recently about governance training.
Yes.
Can you tell us more about that? And is there anything we can access now?
We put together the governance and complaints training, which was mainly for management committees and coordinators if they wanted to go on it, mainly because we found when we went round to some centres that the trustees, the management committee, didn't actually know what their responsibilities were in terms of governance. So we put this together and we've run it on one occasion and it went down extremely well. We are going to run it again and again because we had, I think, about 12 participants and they all found it really useful. So we are definitely going to run it again, probably in the new year. Anybody else?
I'd just like to say it's about the 7th conference I've attended. It's certainly been the most best presented and the most focused one I've seen so far. So thank you to NACC for that.
Okay, you're welcome.
The idea of having an hour networking at conference in the future would be good, I feel, as well. So, yeah.
Okay, thank you. Anybody else got a question or a comment?
Thank you. Yeah, my question is, and I've felt this for years, that there has to be something else we can do to raise NACC's profile and our profile. And I often wonder why we can't link up, and I hate to say this word, but with a celeb. You know, we're very much a celebrity culture. You know, half of the country will watch Strictly or Baking or whatever it is called, you know, whatever it is, and they're interested in the celebrities that run it. We need some sort of link like that. We need somebody who would speak for us. And I'm not talking about the Jeremy Kyles of this world, because I think that's a disaster for contact centres. But we do need somebody who's well known, who would raise our profile and who would speak sort of actively and positively about us. And how do we go about doing that?
Well, I don't know if anybody in any contact centre knows anybody who's famous. I know that we have had some famous people having contact. I don't know how we do that. Phil did write to a whole group of people, and actually what he got back from David Beckham was a football. Yeah. A signed football, right? So I suppose what we could do is try to identify somebody who might be sympathetic and just write to them or get onto their Facebook or Twitter account somehow and maybe try to do it that way. But if anybody knows anybody famous, I'm quite happy to stomp myself up and be cheeky and knock on their door. So, you know, let us know if you know of anybody. But it's an excellent idea, because to have a patron who's like that, who can talk about it, you know, like a Bob Geldof or an Elton John or somebody like that who actually could talk about what, you know, children, and especially somebody like Geldof who had his own problems with contact. But yeah, we could do with somebody like that. I agree with you. Yeah. Anything else before we close? No? Well, safe home, everybody, and please do your feedback, because we do change the way we do things at our conferences with feedback. So if there's anything that you liked or you didn't like, please let us know. Thank you.